Ayo, yo, hey, it's the best of vibes. It's the best of vibes.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Zach, and we've got Marley here, and welcome back to the podcast. How's it going, Marley?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, man.
All right. So, do you want to say a bit about yourself before we get started, just so the people who watch sort of know a bit more about us?
All right, yeah, too easy. So, I'm Zach. I'm 18. I'm still waiting to get me P's though, because Vic Roads are fucking me around a little bit. I live out in the middle of nowhere with shit service, but it's a great area to live in. I enjoy playing basketball, watching a bit of footy. I follow Melbourne, very sad life for me, and I follow Philly, which you can see by the hat. I enjoy riding bikes, four-wheel driving, and playing guitar and all that sort of stuff. And I'm soon to be starting my first year as an apprentice carpenter. How about you, Millsy?
I'm Marley, obviously. I'm 16. I have my L's because I actually got in time. What else do I say? There's not much to say about
L's or P's?
You said P's.
Sweet.
I'm currently in year 11. I would like to study to become a primary school sports teacher. I've got a very sexy mullet, as you can tell. I like watching the NBA and the AFL. In the AFL, obviously, you can tell I go for the Mighty Pies. Probably going to be disappointed on Monday, but oh well. In the NBA, I go for Atlanta. Probably the only fan you'll know in the entirety of Australia that goes for Atlanta, but oh well. I originally went for the Spurs, but then I fell more in love with Atlanta. No. Fell more in love with Atlanta because my favourite player in the history of the NBA, Kyle Korver, was there. So I absolutely loved him. So I decided to jump over there. That's when they were good, when they made the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavs, and I didn't even realise they were that good because I wasn't really watching NBA at that point in time. But at least I don't get called a bandwagon. And a very different opinion of mine is that Trey and Luka are the same player. It's just they're better at different things.
That's fair. I can respect that. That's like me saying Ben Simmons can shoot a shot, but he's exactly the same as LeBron. Yeah,
but I'm saying like Luka gets a lot of recognition for it. But if you look at it, he's really only better at rebounds, and that's because Trey's 6'2", 6'1", and probably defense.
If you think of it this way, LeBron and like Ben Simmons are the exact same people. Like, just LeBron has a jump shot,
and Simmons is a lot younger.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next topic, I guess. The Caleb, not going to pronounce his last name because I stuff it up every time interview. What were your thoughts on it?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting, and it was like, it was just like a good sort of experience for our first one. He was a good bloke, top bloke. I had a bit of a laugh as well. So yeah, what do you think?
I think we looked at it more as an interview rather than a podcast, and we struggled to make a genuine conversation, like a long conversation. We sort of just skipped forward to other questions, but we'll learn that as we go. But yeah, he was a good bloke. He actually responded to our messages, unlike someone who I'm not going to mention. He was happy to do it, so that was good. And yeah, we're lucky that his girlfriend mentioned him, or else it probably would never have happened. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Can't wait to have him back on. Yeah,
I was just absolutely crapping me dacks when you joined in late, and it was just me and him sitting in there.
I was trying to join, but my fucking computer was playing up.
That wasn't fun at all because I didn't know whether to start or to wait. So I wasn't just going to sit there in silence for 5 minutes.
All right.
All right.
I'll tell you what. I reckon we start talking about some trades and shit going around in the AFL.
Yep.
And who do you think will be going next season?
Oh, well, there's the obvious ones. Ben Brown, Sean Higgins.
Yeah, where do you reckon they'll go though?
Ben Brown is looking more likely to come to the Pies. I don't want him at all. Don't want him.
I want him. Okay, this may sound shit, but I want him because Melbourne's forward line is cancerous right now.
So is ours. We don't have a tall forward.
Yeah. I
Cox.
also wouldn't mind Sard either. I would love Sard at our team.
Yeah.
But I don't reckon Melbourne will pick him up. Go over to bloody. What's that?
We have Big Coxzilla, but there's only so many times that he can be good. Unfortunately, he's only had 2.
He's inconsistent. He's not that great. He's not as good.
He's up there for accuracy with kicking goals. He is accurate, but it's just he can't. For someone who's nearly 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And the second tallest player in the AFL behind the new Richmond signing. He should be able to take a mark over his head, and he can't do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you sort of need that.
Similar to Weidman.
Yeah, and Stevenson's dropped off too, which is unfortunate. But you could put that down to glandular fever, but he just doesn't look confident when he's attacking the ball. But oh well.
Yeah, that's the same. Like Wiedemann's been going alright. Like he's got a straight kick. Don't get me wrong. He's got an awesome kick, beautiful, smooth looking, like run up and everything. But he gets to the point where he just can't take a mark and he's too skinny. He just gets thrown out of the contest, and it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to be leaving Melbourne at the end of the season?
Tommy McDonald for sure.
Yeah.
You can guarantee Tom McDonald's going to leave. As much as I don't want to say it, I feel like Viney's going to go. And maybe Clary.
Yeah, he didn't look too happy the other week with the best and fairest.
But he wasn't that great. He wasn't as good as Track. Come on,
Yeah, but he probably should have popped higher than he did.
Yeah, he should have. He should have been higher.
But then again, every voting system this year has been shit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No matter what sport it is, it's really shit.
Yeah, for the Pies, there's going to be unfortunate players that'll have to get delisted and stuff like that because we've got to cover for now Myercheck, Moore, DeGoey, Dacos.
I would love Myercheck at bloody.
I think anyone will love him at the moment. He's
an animal, man.
Yeah, I don't know how he got drafted as a defender, a backman, and now he's one of the best forwards in the league. But then again, you look at Moore, and it's like he got drafted as a tall forward, and now he's one of the best backmen in the league. He's all Australian.
Yeah, exactly.
But unfortunately, I think Lyndon Dunn will get.
Yeah, Dunny. I reckon
get a flick.
Dunny's time to hang him up.
Yeah, I mean, he might do what Reid did and sort of just say that it's time to let a younger kid in rather than take his spot in the side and be sitting in emergency when it could be a younger kid.
Yeah.
But who knows? You'll have Tim Broomhead will probably go as well, which I like Broomhead, but after he wrapped his leg around the goalpost, probably was about the end of his career when he did that. But
onto some other bloody news, but did you hear about Harley Bennell?
Yeah, retiring, and then he got arrested.
He didn't get arrested. He went to hospital, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
he partied too hard.
Yeah, what a dick. He's an idiot. I'm sorry.
No. There's some people that you just can't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one gave him a chance.
Basher's the news coming out today. Matt might be going back to Essendon.
That would be great. I reckon that would be good for Essendon. They need someone that will actually be able to do something. And I reckon Basher can be that man to fucking do it for him.
To be honest, I think Basher's overrated. I think a lot of the Richmond list is overrated.
Yeah,
but he's probably what Essendon need.
Yeah, I reckon Essendon need to get rid of Sard and get or even keep sides for some speed out of that, you know, like in the mid and out the back and shit like that. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they need a few more veterans. They've got a very young list.
yeah,
It's like Brisbane from last year. They had Hodge, but he wasn't enough to sort of tell them all how to play footy. Now they're all right. Now they've got a few older players and know the ropes through finals. So we'll see how they go.
yeah. How much longer do you reckon that Geelong Footy Club will bloody stand up? So I reckon most of them are going to retire in the next 2-3 years.
Who's going to retire? Ablett, Selwood. They do have a fair few young players though.
Yeah, I reckon Taylor's going to go soon.
Blitzarves? How old's Blitzarves? Or Blickavs, however you want to say it.
I don't know.
Does that annoy you too when you've said like a name for so long and then Channel 7 are like, Blickavs, and you're like...
Wait, what?
Like the debutant for Collingwood earlier this season, Bonzavalagi or whatever. I was saying Bosnavalagi or something like that, and then they're like, it's Bonzavalagi. I'm like, where does a U come into the end of his name? Like, oh well.
Yeah.
I don't like Bruce as a commentator anyway, so oh well. He can say what he wants, but I don't like him. Oh well.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna, like we were saying before, the biggest mover? Or what are some trades and free agency around?
Who do you reckon is going to be the biggest mover?
Yeah.
That's already like gone, or that has the chance to be gone?
Has the chance to be gone. Because there's a few that are already set in stone.
Yeah, there's a few there. And there's like, I know I'm a Melbourne supporter, and this might sound like I'm just dick riding the fuck out of Melbourne, but I reckon if Viney does go, I reckon he'll be one of the biggest ones like in free agency at this stage. I reckon Joe Danaher, if he was half decent, would be good.
I was thinking the other day with North Melbourne, them clearing everyone out, and now Higgins is looking like he'll want to go. I reckon Cunnington will end up saying, yeah, no, get me out of here. I want to go too.
Yeah.
There's only so long that he can be at that footy club dominating for them not to do anything.
Yeah. But another fucking player that I get you. Another player that I'm fucking upset about is bloody Braden Bruce, big fella. He's gone. He's
not in the limelight though. He needs to be in the limelight to be able to excel.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be good, but he's just, I don't know.
It's like Grundy with Witts a few years ago. Witts was the big man at the front. And Witts probably still could be if he was in the form that he's in now and was at Collingwood, but back then he just wasn't doing much for us. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I reckon McDonald will end up going to North though, because they need a solid backman, and McDonald, I reckon, can do that for him.
I reckon North will pull something out of their bag of tricks, and land someone somewhat big name.
Yeah, they'll end up getting someone half decent.
It won't be like a Gary Ablett, big name, Patrick Dangerfield kind of thing. It'll just be like, it'll be like a Jeremy Howe when he got traded. It was sort of like, oh yeah, that's not bad. But,
yeah, like Ed Langdon.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
I was shattered about that. I thought he was coming to us. I'm like, his brother's here.
I was so happy about it. I was so happy when we got him. I reckon we should have him on one wing and bloody Jaden Hunt on the other.
Yeah.
And just the speed we'd get through the wings.
I rate Jaden Hunt. I rate him massively.
He's an animal.
He has massive middle fingers. Have you seen them? Nah, they're huge. They're huge.
I have actually. They're like, that's like here, bro.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
he's an animal.
All right, the rookies. I don't know.
The rookies coming into the
AFL
AFL or into the NBA?
The AFL. I'll just find the person who said this.
I don't know who the bloody is.
Dorsorokovsky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he asked us to talk about finals footy, potential trades for next year, and rookies.
Alright.
I'm assuming the rookies either heading into the draft or the ones that just are playing this year. Obviously, you've got Matt Rowell, who's an
Matty
absolute
Rowell, he's an
star
animal.
already.
I'm still trying to figure out when Butters ended up getting picked up. Like, when did he end up getting picked up? Was he picked up? Was he a rookie this year?
Mm-mm.
No, he would have been a year back or something.
Oh, well. He was pick 12.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's just an absolute animal. I hope we can get him
I
on
don't
so I
know
can
how
talk to him
Port
about
do that.
I would honestly just be happy to get him on so I can talk shit about all the back as Marsh college teachers and shit. Like, some of them are good, but then there's just like the odd one or two that are just assholes.
Veteran Giant. I just got news. Veteran Giant axed but keen to play on elsewhere. Heath Shaw's been delisted.
Ooh.
Jesus.
I'll tell you
Come
what,
back to
mate.
the Pies. We need him. 2010 Premiership hero.
I'll tell you what bloody gutted me a couple of years back when Gaff went back to West Coast. Because I was so hyped. I thought he was going to come to Melbourne or something, and then he ended up going back to West Coast. I was like, fuck. It's pretty Gaff.
Yeah, we've had a few of them. Darcy Cameron, I thought was going to be a breakthrough for us this year from Sydney. Tall forward,
Yeah.
can take a mark. He was for a few games. He showed up, like against West Coast where we got pumped. He did all right. But
Yeah.
then he just dropped off, and then Cox started playing somewhat decent.
Yeah. Well, like, even with Melbourne, like, when Steve May first got there, I was so frustrated with him. I was like, this guy is absolutely useless. And because he came from Gold Coast, I was like, oh yeah, Gold Coast is shit, so that might have been why he looked fucking amazing. And then he ended up being good at the end of the season. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't mind him now.
Lynch sort of fucked us over a bit a few years ago. Said he was coming, was pretty much signed, sealed and delivered, and then goes, nah, I'm going to Richmond. Yeah, good on you.
I don't know why you'd even
Flag
want
chasing.
him. Well, I don't know why you'd even want him. Oh, I fucking can't stand him as a player.
I wanted him back then because he was actually good back then, and like no one really cared about him because he played for Gold Coast. No one really cares about Gold Coast. Up until now with Matty Rowell. Yeah, no, I wanted him back then because we needed a tall forward. He was exactly what we needed. But now he's just a menace to society and just punches everyone and gets away with it.
Yeah, that's just the Richmond brand of footy, though. Like, they're just a dirty team.
Any
and I know all the
supporters
Richmond
listening to this is gonna like absolutely hate us, but it's the truth, and they know it's the truth.
They're not going to be able to take the truth.
Yeah, if it's like Collingwood supporters. If I looked at us from another supporter's point of view, like I can say 90% of our supporters are feral.
Yeah.
But it's the same as West Coast. West Coast will go, oh no, we're not feral, but from every other supporter's point of view, they're feral as.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what you can say about Melbourne. They're shit.
I think
what you
everyone
can say.
says they're just posh. They're posh people who pay a lot of money for memberships, a lot of them. Like go with cheese
pretty
platters
much.
to the games and stuff like that.
Hey, no, I can just the old singers, mate.
Yeah, that's you, but the other 50% of the corporate people that pay for Melbourne memberships think they have their cheese platters and $1,000 red
some
wine.
cabana, some fucking cheese, some fucking crackers.
You're going to have supporter stereotypes everywhere. Us being toothless, one-eyed supporters, and you've got North Melbourne just being out of their mind thinking they're the best team every year when they've got two good players that are injured 90% of the year.
The doggies, they're supporters. They're good when they're shit, but when they get up, they're so rowdy.
Yeah, I know.
And they get cocky.
And they're
when
they're
they
so
won,
biased, and they just pick on one team. They don't.
Yeah. Like when they beat Fremantle, it was fuck. All the doggy supporters are like, how does it feel to be knocked out, bitch?
So the finals. Who's your pick? Or picks for the first round? So you've got.
You can tell me.
You've got Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Who's your pick?
Okay. Okay, where is it being played?
Adelaide Oval.
Port will win that.
Yeah, I've got Port too. Just for the fact that they've been good all year. And
Yeah,
I
I've got
feel
them.
like Geelong will cave.
I feel like Geelong are going to be like their past selves, like for the past couple of years, but they just haven't done well in September. Oh, not September anymore, but you know what I mean. In finals.
October.
Yeah, October.
Brisbane versus Richmond. I've got Brisbane smashing Richmond.
I've got Brisbane absolutely smacking them silly. I reckon Lachie Neale will come out and just absolutely rip them to shreds.
You've got
Yeah,
big Eric
we'll see.
here put up forward who can pretty much take a
Yeah.
mark over anyone. And now
He's an animal.
Richmond don't have Tom Lynch, so
Good.
shout out to Eric Pickwood, by the way, if he's watching this. I want him on.
Oh yeah, he's an animal, man. When he kicked 6 goals against Melbourne, I think it was in like one quarter. I was like, I think it was like 6 or 4 goals. It's nuts.
I picked him for All Australian last year, and my dad thought I was crazy. But he can get All Australian if he really pushes himself. Then he's probably a bit unfortunate to not be in the 40 man yet. But
Yeah.
St Kilda versus the Doggies. I've got Doggies.
Okay. This is a close one, okay, because they're both teams that like strive off, like momentum. So when they're on and they're like going hard, they're good. But as soon as they're not going hard, they're down.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I've got the Doggies to win it, but only just by like a goal or two.
The last time they played, St Kilda won by 39. So they absolutely pumped them.
Yeah, but how many of their players have actually experienced finals footy?
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got Dean Kent. Nah, I reckon the Doggies will win that. They've got a lot of finals experience.
Poor Dean Kent. I actually like him at Melbourne.
The Weagles versus the Pies. Oh, I've got to say West Coast. Their umpires biased.
Yeah, I don't reckon it's biased. Okay, I know you're gonna see it as biased because you're a Collingwood supporter and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. I reckon they're gonna win it purely just off their talent. Like, yous have got a great lineup, great roster, but I don't know. I reckon they're gonna.
The only thing that's gonna fault them is they've played well the last few weeks, right? But they've had so many players out with injuries, and now they're going to make 7 changes to make their side stronger. Like, when we were making 5 changes a week, that's when we started to become shit throughout the season. Is when we started making, like, heaps of changes.
That's smacked by Melbourne by, like, 50 points.
Yeah, and then the team cohesion sort of just drops, and no one really knows how to play with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I get making 1 change, like, if Steel Sidebottom's back, bringing in Steel Sidebottom, pulling out, I don't know, Tyler Brown or something like that. No disrespect to Tyler Brown, I love him, but he's just the first player that came to mind. Rookies.
Yeah, no, I get you. Rookies.
Now, I don't know what he meant by that. So, I guess we'll just go with both this year and coming into the draft. I haven't done too much research on who's going into the draft.
Yeah, me either. I haven't really done much.
I know we have...
Not even really about this year.
There's Caleb, not going to say his last name because I butcher it every time.
Yeah.
Who I hope gets snapped up by Collingwood.
Oh, I hope he gets snapped up by Melbourne, man. I just want that bloody... I
hope he just comes to... I just hope he comes to Melbourne because I want to actually meet him if we get the chance.
Yeah. Facts. I'm with you on that, bro.
Zach Phillips, the big Eagles ruckman.
Yeah.
Lockie Jones, the Eagles mid, I think he is.
Yep.
Then you've got like Will Phillips, Nick Dacos, all that coming through.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about them. Will Phillips plays for Oakley and he's looking like a top 10. I like how we're from Melbourne, but we're more educated on the South Australian players than anything else.
But the thing is, the South Australian boys are usually the ones that are actually like guns, like Trent Rivers and like fucking like. No, we won't say Cosby because he's not too great. Jackson, he's an animal. He's a South Australian boy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
WA boy, I'm not sure. They might be WA boys.
We've got a few South Australian boys. We've got like Matt Scharenberg, who will probably end up going back to South Australia this year.
Oh yeah, they all end up doing it anyway.
The only reason I think Scharenberg is, like I said, with like Lyndon Dunn and that, he'll probably get cut anyway. He's had like 3 knee recos. So it's like, do you really want to take the punt on him and see how he goes? Or do you want to ship him off and have that extra contract room for either Ben Brown, Jack Gunston or Jeremy Cameron?
Yeah. No, I get you.
We won't get Jeremy Cameron. I already know that. He wants $1 million a year, and we're trying to pay 3 forwards $1 million a year. So
yeah, exactly.
The rookies this year. We've got a big one coming Friday, but we're not allowed to say who that is. We've got a big person coming on Friday. Who's a rookie? He's only played 2 games before anyone goes and starts looking up big players who are rookies. You got Matt Rowell, obviously, absolute star.
Yeah,
probably going to win the Brownlow within 5 years.
Oh, he's a gun. That's all I can really say about that.
You got my man who hasn't played a game yet, Jay Rantel. Oh Jesus, my voice just cracked. Jay Rantel, who I cannot wait to see run on the ground. I feel like he's the next Scott Pendlebury. Basketball background, moved over to footy.
Yeah. Like when Marty Hall came, I thought he was going to be a fucking animal. But
well, he won our best and fairest in the VFL like 3 years in a row. So when he left, all Collingwood supporters were like, why didn't we pick this kid up? And then obviously he hasn't done much for you. He had his good rookie season, and then that was about it. Yeah.
On to like on our side, Cozzy Pickett. I think he's been overplayed a little bit. I don't reckon he's too great. He fucking flies past the ball because he's too fast. He's too busy trying to take highlight plays when he can just, take an easy mark or be a crummer. Like, if he was smart, he'd get all the big boys to go up and he'd stay down, crumb the ball, easy goals. He's too busy trying to go for flashy sort of goals as well, like trying to kick over his head and shit. But, and like, I don't know, I don't think he's as great as everyone thought he was going to be. Jackson.
Yeah.
I didn't mind him. I did not mind him. Don't get me wrong, I didn't mind him. But I don't know, he was also a bit hyped up going into the draft.
Yeah.
And I don't reckon he is as great as everyone made him out to be. I reckon he's going to be a great player in the future. He's going to be an animal in the future. But at this point, I don't reckon, he needs more time to build his muscle and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I tell you who I really like. He's not a rookie. He's been in the league for about 2 years. But James Rowbottom from Sydney. I think he's an absolute gun. You probably don't know much about him. But he's an absolute gun. And I know he's going to be a gun when my dad says he's going to be a gun. So, you've got Caleb Sarong as another rookie. He's a gun. Rising star.
Yeah.
Dominated big players who outmuscled him, all that, but still managed to dominate them. Yeah. Don't know where he came from. He just started to dominate out of nowhere.
I didn't even hear about him.
Will Day from Hawthorn is someone who Caleb said went under the radar. I haven't seen too much of him, to be completely honest. That's because Hawthorn haven't done
me
much.
either.
But I like, he was in the 22 under 22, so if you can be in that, obviously you're somewhat good.
Yeah.
Miles Bergman, haven't seen much of him.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't even touched a field, has he?
Nah. Cody Waitman, that's a player I really like from the Dogs. Do you know who it is?
Yeah, nah, look, I don't really watch the rookies. I'm more about the old fellas and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah. You've got our mate Xavier, his mate Thompson Dow from Richmond. I think that's his mate. Could be off by that, but I'm gonna take a swing and say that's his mate. If he corrects me, oh well. But he's made his debut, so
Yeah.
if you can make your debut in that side, then you're looking alright.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that is our mate Xavier. Yeah, it definitely is our mate Xavier's mate. I've just looked up his Instagram and he's from Swan Hill. So at least I got.
Alright.
Alright, on to the NBA then. Something that we
Ooh.
are a bit more about and aren't just
Yes,
in a
something
random
that I know a lot more about.
playoffs. Who do you reckon's winning the finals? I'm saying Lakers. I don't think you can really go against them.
I'm not going against Lakers. I've got Lakers in, I reckon, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I reckon Heat will put up a half-decent fight and it'll be close games. But I've got Lakers to take it out. Got LeBron as Finals MVP. I reckon he deserves it. He's smashed at this finals. Last round he killed it. Final game he dropped 38 points with a triple double, and just absolutely annihilated Denver Nuggets. But yeah. What about you?
I reckon KCP Finals MVP 100%.
You're tripping, man.
That's
the same deal on Waiters.
AD will probably win Finals MVP. He's been balling out for the Lakers. Yeah. If you're going to go with someone from the opposition to win Finals MVP, it'd either be Tyler Hero or Jimmy Butler.
Or Jimmy Buckets.
I think I'd probably be saying, I know Miami have nearly swept every series they've played. But
the Eastern Conference is weak.
Yeah, we're in that style, I know. I'll be saying Lakers are going to sweep them. 4-0. Get them out of the way.
That's a massive call.
I think the Lakers are too strong. I don't think they have the bench depth though.
Lakers need to get
Heat do.
I agree with you on that.
But
100%.
we haven't seen that falter them yet. So
you want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
Down Waiters, no matter who wins, gets a championship ring.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
How good's that? Fucking lucky.
Yeah,
Man.
He hasn't much for the last few years of his career, but Goran Dragic has been insane. For Miami.
Oh yeah. I didn't even. Yeah. I'm still torn about Jimmy Buckets leaving us. I'm still so torn about that.
You did you got Josh Richardson for it, and who else did you
He's useless.
You got someone else with Josh Richardson, didn't you?
Nope.
No, you did, but he's terrible.
We got picks.
I swear you got someone else, but he's terrible unless you on-traded him.
We might have on-traded him.
I'm happy we got Capella. I can't wait to see Capella in a Hawks uniform. I feel like he's going to
happy that we
got
rid of... Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just happy we got rid of Ben Brown.
Ben Brown?
Not Ben Brown.
Ben Boner Brown.
I messed it up. Brett Brown.
That
there it is. Oh my god! I'm just happy we got rid of Brett Brown.
Yeah, that's the one.
We need a better coach. We definitely need a better coach.
Yeah.
We need to get a center that can shoot the ball, or get a point guard that's going to be able to do something more.
You've
I
got
think
Ryan
either-
Brokoff now, the Aussie. He can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Just he
Well,
hasn't been given the opportunity.
I know this trade is never going to happen, but I would be so happy if we got Kemba for Ben Simmons. I would love that, but I know it's never going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. I don't even know who we'd really get for Embiid, honestly.
I'd love to see us trade for the number 1 pick. That's what I want to. I want to get Anthony Edwards, local.
You reckon?
We need We need a better shooting guard than Kevin Huerter. Huerter's good, but I feel like if we bring in Edwards, he can defend and pass the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, defense. Yeah. That's why we got.
All right. Well, who's your top 3 for the draft?
Edwards, LaMelo. Probably Wiseman. I have to go Wiseman. I think
gonna go.
Warriors are just gonna go. Yep, Wiseman big. That's what we need. We'll take him.
Yeah.
Unless they trade
it's
that.
Gonna go Wiseman first, honestly.
Yeah, I would have said that at the start of the year, but because he didn't play his college season.
Yeah.
Because he got kicked out of Memphis.
That's fair.
I think he'd slip, but I wouldn't be surprised if that Denny at Vija or however you say it moved up and somehow got in the top 3, or Obi
even
Toppin.
Ongwe on I don't know how to fucking say his last name.
Okanagu or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I reckon he's gonna go top 5.
Yeah, Obi Toppin, I reckon, wouldn't surprise me if he went top 3 or top 2.
I reckon Cole Anthony's going to be a top 7 pick.
I love Cole Anthony.
He's too small though to be an animal.
Yeah, I really wish that I would have seen Mac McClung in this year's draft, but he's chosen to stay back and go to Texas Tech. I feel like he can be an animal, but all he's got going for him at the moment is he can dunk. He's a white boy that can dunk, and that's all he's got going for him.
He's like Caruso.
Yeah, I feel like he's gone underappreciated though in college. Like he's done a lot, but it's just no one's seen it. But it's just over time they pick one player, and then once they're done with him, move along. We'll go to someone else. Unless you like.
I was actually kind of happy with Matisse Thibault.
Oh yeah, he's coming to the Boomers, so I'm happy with that.
We ended up getting. I'm so happy with Matisse, man. He's such an underrated player. I reckon he's going to be an animal.
I wasn't initially happy with our number 4 pick, DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah.
I thought we should have picked someone else at that spot. Probably now I'd be thinking we should have picked Tyler Hero, someone to go alongside trade. But we probably needed a small forward. But he's been alright. He's more a defender. Same with Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish
is a fucking animal. I would love him to be a Philly.
He was off at the start of the year. He did a trade. He did a trade and didn't play well for the first half. And then after the All-Star break, just all of a sudden became a beast and started dominating.
Yeah. I love him as a player. He's just such a smooth. He just looks so smooth when he plays. I love it.
I loved it when he dunked on Hero in the first few games. Like, I love Hero, but that was just satisfying.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this. Do you know that Ja Morant dunk that didn't go in? Where he put
the one over
Kevin Love's face?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you reckon that would have been one of the best dunks in NBA history if he ended up making that?
Probably.
I reckon that would have been up there.
It's hard to go past Vince Carter's dunk in the 2000 Olympics, though.
Oh, yeah.
Where he jumped over.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But like that, I guess that's not NBA. So. But that's a great dunk of all time.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I reckon the filthiest has to be the one where LeBron yammed it on Jason Terry's head.
Yeah, where they were just chucking it around and did the double lob. Yeah.
That was so dirty.
Yeah, I just still see like videos like that TikTok sound. Yo, that shit was weak as a bitch. Oh shit! And it's just Terry getting dunked on.
Man,
I
that
love it.
ended his career. And the way LeBron stared him down was just so filthy.
Didn't he like stay at that end of the court for like the whole play and just stare at Terry?
So he yanked
Or was that
it,
at the
and he
Cavs?
just I'm not
I think that was
sure.
the Cavs
But all I
that he
know
did
was I know that he yammed it and he just stared at him, just on the floor, just literally stared him down,
Yeah.
and he got a technical foul for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
reckon them takes a shit. Them takes a fucking dog shit.
Yeah. Well, I've never got a tech in my time playing basketball. I don't know how. I just never have.
I have.
I've swung at a kid and didn't get a tech.
Oh, don't worry. I've been in a brawl with a couple of my mates in game, and I didn't get a tech for it.
It's so inconsistent. It's like AFL umpiring. It's so inconsistent. Just get your consistency right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I've never got one. And I don't know how. I've been given a warning for clapping for my teammates because they did something good.
Yeah, I've done that too.
And
I've
obviously
been
then
a couple warnings.
I go back at the refs and say, what, am I not allowed to clap? And then every time a play happens, I stare at them and put my arms behind my back. But that's just me as a player.
No worry,
I
we
am
had
a
this
smart ass.
one.
It's like a white line fever.
We had this one umpire, glasses. He had glasses and everything. He was useless. He ended up liking me and the team that I played for it. But at the start, he hated us, and I literally got pushed into the wall, and he didn't call anything. I was on the bench and he called a foul. Like, it was the hardest foul. I'm like, you fucking finally opened your eyes? Holy shit! I screamed it while he was at the bench, and it was funny as.
Yeah, I think it was under 12, so I was playing, and there was like 5 seconds left on the clock. We were down by like 2. And this kid had the ball on the opposition team, and our team wouldn't foul. And I don't know why, but they wouldn't foul. So I had to run all the way around the 3-point line from the other side of the court, and I spear tackled him into his own bench. And I didn't get called for a tech. I didn't get called for an unsportsmanlike. It was just a. I think they called it a reach in. I'm like, mate, I spear tackled him. How is that a reach in? And all their parents got so annoyed. But like, my coach was like, why'd you do it? I'm like, because we needed to foul. Like, why else would I do it? But oh well.
Yeah.
That's what 5 years ago now. So
yeah,
it's not my problem anymore. the refs are alright now. I remember because you know how I've got those Kyrie 4s, I think they are, the Patrick ones. Yeah, I remember I
want them.
I went about 3 for 3 shooting in the first 5 minutes. Like, I made every shot. I was the only one shooting 100%. But the ref runs alongside me and goes, "You'd want to be fucking shooting well with those bright shoes on." I just started pissing myself laughing. Then he runs up to me, Dad, and he's like, "You can't fucking miss him, can ya? He always has to be in the spotlight."
On about shoes, what is your favourite basketball shoe that you've worn, that you've owned?
Probably my first ones were low cut Dames. And they were like zombie kind of. I don't know what they were called because my mum just got them for me and I liked them. They were like a zombie kind of thing. They were like pink and stuff like that. I'll try and bring it up. What are yours?
In comfort, it's either out of the Zoom Freak ones or the LeBron 15s. I love the LeBron 15s. I wore them until the soles were literally like slick. Yeah, I've still got them in my basketball bag in case because I just love them. Then I ended up going to the Dame 4s, which I absolutely hated. They're too light. Yeah. And then I got the Zoom Freaks, and they're just perfect. Like, they're not too light, they're not too heavy, and they're just.
Yeah, I love getting new shoes. For some reason, they just always feel a lot more comfortable than the last one.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but I always play so much better when I get new shoes.
Hold on.
So this is for your mate that said, ask where my head was. Most of the time it's because I'm drinking water and shit.
That's my best mate. Can you see that now?
Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah, those are the first ones I had. and I absolutely
That's it.
love them. And then I just wore them
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
And then I
they're
grew
fat,
out.
bro.
Yeah, they were nice. They were glow in the dark.
Yep.
So sometimes they annoyed me when they were sitting in my room and all I could see was little light.
Yeah. Welcome to
Um,
my messy hair day.
What are your favourite shoes to wear other than like basketball shoes?
Favorite shoes to wear? At the moment, I'm loving the 270s. I've got 2 pairs of them at the moment, and I absolutely love them. Other than that, I don't mind Yeezys. Yeezys are so comfortable. I love them.
What Yeezys?
I've only got 1 pair of them. Yeah, no, I've got cream whites. Hopefully you don't see the mess. I've got two pairs of 270s just there.
Yeah.
Got all my basketball shoes underneath, but these are the ones that I'm pulling out. I've got a fucking thing full of random shit. Oh yeah, you want to know what decreased the value by like 100%?
What?
My dog decided to eat the box.
No.
So I was fuming about that. But look, they're sort of my beaters at the moment. I've got the Cause lace design for them.
Yeah.
I love them. I barely even wear them anymore because I can't go out or anything like that. That's pretty much useless. Kind of just like a flex, you know.
Yeah. I'd probably say my most comfortable, like TNs would have to be out there, but they always like scratch against the back of me.
Yeah, they
ankles,
do.
and I hate it. Like they rip apart my ankles. But a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for this, but Air Force Ones. They're so
they are
comfortable.
great. They are great. When you first put them on, they're a bit, how's it going? But they just get so comfortable after a while.
I feel like there's so much you can do with them too. If you just get like a plain black or a plain white pair, you can customize them however you want. They're so nice. Like I got a new pair the other day. They're nice but
I need to
worn
get
them
them
yet because I can't go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see that the Dan Andrews or someone said that they reckon we'll be wearing masks until midway through next year?
Nobody goes and fucks himself.
I said the same thing to my mum. I'm like, I'm not an anti-masker. Like, I think if we have to wear masks, I'll wear masks. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I hate
until the
people
next year. They can go fuck themselves for that.
Yeah, I hate the people that always say, "Oh no, I'm not wearing a mask. I have the freedom to not wear a mask." But I'm like, just put it on. Just shut up and put it on.
Yeah, you're the reason why it's getting worse. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's all right now. Like we're getting better. I was just adamant that like they were going to go in a few weeks or a few months. Like okay, yeah, now we can stop. But obviously not. Speaking of the future, our plans ahead for this podcast. I guess that's what we can move along to. Like I said, we've got big plans coming up Friday. Hopefully that goes through, and hopefully that's not cancelled last minute.
Oh, I hope so. I'll be fucking fuming.
I think I'm looking forward to it just because, like I said before, he's played 2 games and he's actually debuted.
Yeah, exactly.
We can sort of give away who he plays for and stuff like that, but we can't give exactly who he is. But,
yeah, well, they can just look it up and see who it is. Like, they can be like, oh yeah, 2 games. I know who it is now. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players that have played 2 games. For example, like Trey Roscoe from Collingwood. I think he's played 3, but like.
Yeah, and no, it's not him, by the way, guys.
No, it's not Trey Roscoe. Trust me, I've been chasing him and his mum for like the last month, and I haven't got a reply. But, yeah. Other than that, we've got next Friday. We've got another one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be saying that yet. He's pretty much locked in. He said he'll do it. The only problem with that is times. Just because we're in daylight savings then.
Yeah, exactly.
The people that we want to get on, I guess we can sort of say who we want to get on. We don't, just so people have a rough idea.
Butters.
Yeah, Butters, that's a big one. Zachy Butters.
Yeah, I love him.
Shane Biggs. You don't know who he is, but Doggies fans know who he is. He played in the 2016 Premiership.
Okay. So he ended up doing his AC. Did he tear his ACL and all that sort of stuff?
I think so.
Did he ever play for Sydney?
You're going to make me search this up.
Because if he did, then I know who he is because he tore his ACL first game back against Melbourne.
No, I
But
think
that might be a different person.
I think that was Alex Johnson.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
That was very upsetting.
No, he did play for Sydney.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, so I know who he is.
I guess we can sort of say now that Caleb said Taj Schofield was one that we were trying to get.
Yeah. One I'm trying to get at the moment. Well, there's two. There's Boomer Harvey, and one person that I want to get on is Lily Mifton. That is one person I want to get on. Don't ask me why. I just want to get her on. I love Melbourne, and yeah.
I want to get on. Well, obviously, everyone wants to get on Matt Rao. You have to get on Matt Rao.
Matty Rao, yeah. Yeah, we can get him on. That'd be great.
And then Sarah Rowe, the Irish woman from Collingwood. Can't really say Irishman. Then you've got the likes of Luke Kidgel, Frenchie, all them. People who will actually be funny and stuff like that.
Give us a bit of a laugh. I want to get Sean Long.
I'm not. The only reason I won't message anyone from America is because we could be up at 3 a.m. Because they might go, oh, like we can do it midday, and then that's like 3 a.m. for us, and then I'd be really groggy and tired, and my parents would probably be asleep. So I don't want to wake them up. The Dregs, not many people have heard of them. I'm sure you haven't heard of them either.
You just told me about them.
They're a band that I absolutely love. Two blokes from Sydney, I believe, that just drive around in a van and sleep in their van, and I love them. They make such good music. But other than that, there's not really much. I guess we could recap the. I'm gonna give it a go. The Pulta, one of those interview podcast thingy. Yeah, I thought it was alright. I actually enjoyed it, and like I was saying to my mate last night, that if we ever choose to like wrap up this podcast and go, yeah, we're not filming another episode or something like that,
he's gonna be our last.
I feel like that's got to be our last. You finish it the way you start.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be heavily watching the draft to just see where he.
So am I.
Him and his mate, which we're talking to Friday. I'm not going to say who.
As long as one of them come to Melbourne, I'll be happy.
As long as one of them is in Melbourne, I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like the Pies will waste all their picks on trying to get up to that number 2, because the number 2 pick goes for Collingwood and wants to play for Collingwood someone.
Yeah.
Oh well. And then you've got Nick Dacos, who I don't know. I haven't seen much of him lately. But, oh well. We've tried to get him on too. He probably won't come up. Wouldn't be surprised. He's very quiet. Yeah, so Caleb, there was one thing that I picked up from his. And it's one thing that I've told my mates who have had a really shitty mentality about stuff. And it's what he said, that the worst player, or the best player can play 50 games and the worst player can play 300. It's all dependent on their mentality. I think that was the best thing he said during the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot more that he said that I really enjoyed. Like, his girlfriend would have ripped on him if he got it wrong, how long they were dating.
Yeah, I love that, actually.
But, yeah, he was just a genuine bloke.
Yeah.
You could tell he actually wanted to come on, even though it was only our first episode. He actually wanted to come on rather than just was like, oh, fine, I'll do it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got exams this week, so if he's watching this, good luck. That's all I could say.
Yes.
I doubt he'll be watching it. If he is, good luck. Good luck with the draft, I guess, is all I can say as well.
Yeah, I reckon he'll kill it. I reckon he'll go all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
keeps up the
so-
mentality he's got, he'll be an AFL star
Yeah.
in no time. And he's already got the 16-year-old girls frothing over him.
Yeah.
Which is what you need, Bailey Smith.
Yeah.
If he can get guys to have a man crush on him and then have 16-year-old girls swooning over him, that's all he needs, and he'll go a long way.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's been more that we've tried to get on. The one person I want to say is Luke Edwards, who is Caleb's mate, and he just hasn't responded to us. He's looked at our stuff.
We can keep
he hasn't
trying.
responded. I'm not like
All we can do
I've
is
said
keep
about
trying.
like I've said about other people. I'm not going to pester them to get on because it gets really annoying. Jack Steele as well is a big one that I want to get on. I saw it the other day on My News that Jack Steele was on a podcast. I'm like, okay, so he can join theirs, but he can't join ours. That's fine. Okay, I'll see how it is. Bear in mind, we've only got 61 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, we're killing it. What do you mean?
We've probably got more likes on Facebook from me just sharing it to everyone than we do have followers on Instagram. And that's like me forcing people to like it. I guess that's all we've got time for then.
All right.
I guess I'll see you Friday for the recording session.
Yeah, I'll see you Friday. I'll see everyone else whenever this is uploaded.
Early Thursday.
Next one's uploaded.
It's the best of vibes, we gon' blow your mind. It's the best of vibes, go to brand new heights.